All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Mashle, Season 1, Episode 5. Mash has demonstrated whole new levels of incredible physical prowess.
Yes.
But we also have some new threats potentially because we've got this whole idea of double markings. We've got other injustices throughout the system because of people losing their markings and then having their parents turn on them. And so now, okay, you've got another friend. Cool. But what next?
Yeah, Lance is a fun, rival character to have in the story, and he's already building up the idea of Mashle's, Mash's, yes, he uses enhancement magic. Clearly strong enhancement magic.
No other way to do this. Yeah.
Right. And what he's got is something that I clearly could not beat. Well, maybe we could. Or
maybe we need to become allies.
Yeah. But having a story that allows for him as the magical freak of nature, and that he's going to be the power ceiling for the friends of Mash is fun. But what does this lead into with the competitive side of things for coins? Given that he did just give one to Mash.
Yeah.
For winning their little duel there.
Yeah, and given that we know that the whole double mark thing exists, what happens when we have someone who actually does mean Mash and his friends ill and won't just, drop a dummy bottle?
True. So, yeah, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this. No.
Okay,
we got our houses. Gryffindor, Adler, yes. Oh.
Gotcha. So this society got rid of Hufflepuff. Okay.
5-1. That's really
Okay.
good.
Wow. 7 times 13 is 28. I don't know, it might be.
You seem to be in a bad mood. Oh my god. Yes.
Wow.
Unwarned. Yes.
These buggers.
Amazing. Now is that a sleep spell? Shut it the fuck up,
Yeah. God.
Plant yourself properly.
I think that might just be what works for you.
Firmly grasp it.
Yeah.
God, the voice acting just for this. Yeah, this is some basic stuff here. Whereas Mashle, on the other hand,
I don't hear any other screaming.
Why is it growing?
I don't know.
Just gonna...
See, he was actually letting it be harvested for more.
Right. Brilliant.
Cooking class, let's go.
I love... They're so cute. Oh my gosh. Yes. Yes, Salt Bay! It still has the slap mark.
Uh-oh. I'm worried for that cutting board.
I'm amazing. Yes. How?
I'm worried about the taste of that cream puff.
Yeah.
cute boys doing cute
It's like
things.
watching the exact things that he does. How?
He does have magic after all.
Yep.
Is it your sister? Yeah. Okay.
So,
Right.
You better go
beat
the
me,
distance.
therefore, yeah.
uh-oh. Uh-oh.
All right, our next boy.
Yeah.
Let's go.
We gotta have red and blue.
Yeah, yep. Our proper delinquent.
Damn. Oi, oi, oi!
Oh shit, 3.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Yeah. That's their
Yeah.
their spaces in the dungeon. They're
Right,
just
right,
another
right.
house, you know?
Yeah.
Oishi. And we're gonna get actually ambushed by a whole other like house, basically.
Toasting a cream puff. Oh no.
His name is Dot. His legend already has grown.
I mean,
Kinda does, yeah. Oh, but
Fantastic.
yeah. He's got that indifferent riz right there. Yeah, you are.
He's so petty.
The light. What?
Oh god.
Oh, is it? Oh, we're tackling the birth rate issue.
That's still a thing in this world.
And self-aware too.
Oh.
Oh. Ooh, I like this teach.
Okay.
He's got a wide bronze or silver.
All right.
Ooh.
Mashle will be great at this.
Yeah, go die maybe, you know?
Definitely don't kill each other for the stones of the creatures
right.
that you've already slain.
Oh. You're like me, aren't you?
They hadn't even gotten into the woods yet.
Damn. He already like made it disappear by the time he
Yeah.
moved over. Cool. So we got another
Okay.
double line to kind of focus on here.
Okay.
Wow. It's that simple.
Yeah.
Again, privilege for magical power, yeah.
I mean, I already threatened to bury the vice principal. Fantastic.
He's like, I would have killed you. You smell it?
You are kind of a perfect duo. Already gone. I love it. To
Oh.
make
Oh
him
my
stop
God.
screaming like the plants.
Yes. Yes. That was amazing.
That was fantastic.
What? What is on his wand?
I don't know.
So
Spikes.
done.
Any excuse to White Knight.
Oh! He's never actually, like, had even remote connection with a woman. The urge to self-sabotage is real. Damn.
I'm just that strong.
Love it.
Yeah, she's gonna steal his coins. And that's why the other person was pissed.
Oh my god.
That face.
Yes, yes. No, I think he had a chance.
Yeah.
And it's slowly disappearing.
No, she's playing him.
You think so?
Yeah. Because that was her internal thoughts just there, right?
Yeah.
Ascends.
Oh! That's
damn.
why she touched him with her knee.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can't just smell the ace on this dude?
Yep. Squeeze wand tighter.
Yeah.
Tight!
All right. We've got our Psyche, what's her name equivalent.
That's why the guy back then was probably trying to attack her, too.
Yeah.
He could tell what was going on. All the senses. But what about taste?
This man only has a mind for cream puffs. Just the whole rose falls off. Yeah. If I don't bring him enough coins.
Wow, nice. And the thing is that Mash is gonna be like, we'll help you. Oh, here he is already.
Which is saying something.
I didn't say where, I said fireball.
Right.
Oi.
Keep spamming that same spell.
Nice, cool. That's how he would actually have to defend against all that.
Yeah,
Cool.
fire versus mineral. Not a great matchup.
Yeah, and being able to attack so directly. You did not. Well, sorry.
Bitch is gonna die.
Yep. He's still, like, in shock.
Yeah. Just teleports behind him and neck chop.
Chocolate!
The,
Sugar funky.
whoever came up with the idea of this ED, they were smoking the good shit.
Oh, they were on something.
They knew.
They saw the
perceived.
vision.
Yeah.
They committed. All right, we got ourselves a new character in Dot Barrett.
Yep.
He is our punk. He is our womanizer. And in some ways, I like that his form of womanizing is basically just that he's like,
no.
but
He's
a woman not
bros,
showing interest in me?
Bros full incel. Like,
Full incel,
like
they're leaning completely into it.
and I wouldn't have thought that the super loud character would also be that, but I mean, okay,
I kind of
here we
like
are.
it, because then he's just gonna look so stupid, and he's gonna be vocally
And
stupid.
the thing is, he does, and he is. And the joke with the Mash then smacking him like he smacked the what's it?
Mandragora.
Yeah. To make him quiet down. I love that joke.
Was peak.
But oh my god, was his screaming grating.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
mission accomplished, you
Mission
know?
accomplished. Yeah, I think that's basically gonna be about like 33% of the comedy. 33% will be cream puff.
Yep.
33% will be Mash destroying enemies with stuff.
Usually
the
because
other
of cream
33%
puff.
will be his idiot friends screaming about nonsense. And that's
Yeah.
the show. Like, that's
Yep.
the show, honestly.
Although I will say, I liked, even though there was definitely that element of like, oh, okay, we're seeing, the magic battle happen, fire versus, iron or, or something like that, this
Yeah.
other dude. And like inevitably it's going to be the, okay, Mash's cream puff was, besmirched,
Yes.
was tarnished. And so now this dude's life is forfeit. I'm all for that.
Right.
But even knowing that that's going to be the outcome, I really liked the visuals. Like that was fun. That was exciting. And if we get more situations where then Mash is basically just the straight man sideline commentator, or not even commentator,
No,
but
he's
just
just-
observer.
He's just an observer being like, I don't really care. Like, I don't want to fight necessarily. Like,
Yeah.
I just want to have a good time, and I'm trying to do this to help, help my dad, basically. And
Yep.
like, all right.
But like, I
Cool.
kind of want Lance to fight this dude. Like that. I feel
yeah.
like that'd get funky and interesting.
Yeah, we'd actually have a magical, mechanical fight. And that's usually what it is in these overpowered, protagonists, these One Punch Man or
It's
Mob
all about the
Psycho
side characters,
guys.
yeah.
Well, it's these side characters fighting each other, because then
Right.
you actually have
The stakes in
mechanics that would actually matter.
Right.
Whereas with the main character coming in, they just kind of get to like get exposited at what the powers are of the side character, and then
yeah.
then they back
Right,
them
like
into tomorrow.
Yeah, they could have ended the episode with just him neck chopping the dude after the cream puff, and that totally would have worked.
But no, we gotta go even harder into their magic.
Exactly, yes.
Because apparently he's a member of Long, which is a house, basically, in the sense that it's Hogwarts houses.
Yeah, we've got our Slytherin down in the dungeon.
We've got our Ravenclaw and our Gryffindor, and there's no Hufflepuff.
No Hufflepuff because of-
Hufflepuff
well, of
was
cour-
basically lazily designed by what's her name.
not
anyway.
not just that, but let's be real. This society would not allow a Hufflepuff house
That's
to
really
exist.
true.
There's
That's
no
really true.
goddamn way.
Yeah.
Like,
And also, there's something even slightly implied with the idea of this society being broken up with those that are even the halves within the magic of the double lines.
Yep.
That the ones that would go for ambition are those that have the means to acquire their vision,
right.
which is then, I would say, something that would lean towards those with higher magical capabilities as well.
Well, and given that the school is very, very much like, okay, the introduction for this dude, this new antagonist that we have that we're dealing with here.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah, we get
Silva.
we get some more injustices and all that stuff. And all right, he's a proper like heel, for us to overcome and all that
it's
stuff.
held back actually to show
Right,
that
right.
there's actual consequences in you being a bastard in this school.
But we like, a couple episodes, we already had that firmly established as a thing for the school. So it almost feels like it's that's like, it's not even like enough of an exception to really be surprising. It's just that's how the school functions.
Well, it's not just how the school functions, it's how this society functions. That they don't, honestly, they are basically slapping him on the wrist with the like, hey, figure out how to adapt into
Do
this
that
world.
better. Don't go after the teachers
Exactly.
as much, like,
maybe just go after the students,
Right, exactly.
Yeah. So he's got cool elemental magic in that he's basically an earthbender with like a specific metal or mineral. That's kind of fun because
Probably
then,
some kind of Silva.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that because it's basically a very simple form of magic, and pretty much everyone that we've shown thus far using their magic has kept their magic within like a certain bound, like a certain type.
And I do appreciate that he actually blocked Dot's fire attacks.
By like actually covering himself in
Yeah,
it
by actually
fully.
covering himself, because
It's like, no, the fire could actually fuck you up.
Fire does burn. Well, we do the joke of like the one dude that was going after what did we get her name?
Who are you talking about?
The girl that showed up, that he's like, I'll rescue you, and then she was doing all
we don't know her name.
the magic. Okay. We have him do the fire attack on the one dude, and then it's just, I'm smoky, and then I drop, right? That kind of deal. But no, in an actual like serious fight, you're going to defend yourself, even if you're stronger than the other person, because that's going to be, my defense is also stronger than your attacks, right? Not me myself. I am, I've done some crazy enhancement magic like Lance thinks Mash is doing. So cool. Okay.
Yeah. Having this other house, basically, this other class or what have you, being brought in, though, and being the Slytherin equivalent, but then also showing them in the dungeons was a nice touch to remind us of what this is referencing. But then also, the stuff that they're talking about of what makes a ruler and the noble bloodline and overwhelming power, like, sure, this is a world where might makes right.
Yeah.
But the bring up the noble bloodline thing is kind of interesting given the stuff that we had last episode. So, okay. Having also a character that potentially has triple line
Cool.
marks.
Yeah, he'd basically be a god in this world as far as, like, given that it's a might makes right society. Oh, yeah.
Right, but then it's the kind of thing where it's like, wait, so he's just a character in the school? He still goes to Hogwarts,
Right. Yeah. He's not in, like, some, all right, you're in Black Ops training now, or something like that,
Not
right?
in Black Ops training, just, like, actually getting tutored, Like,
Sure.
Like, no, he has to go to public school just like everybody else.
Right.
It's like, bro has probably got the, like, I am a god.
Oh, sure.
And it's like, at the cafeteria, like, I'll have the daikon with, extra tofu!
Well, and so here's...
You will bow before me. Give me my extra tofu. Oh, yes. Okay, there we go. Thank you. Oh, I love my tofu. And it's like,
yeah, and we've brought up this idea in, like, other shows that, like, deal with, like, magic and the whole idea of power levels and all that stuff. But if you have any kind of way that is able to be discerned by other people,
yes,
then the first thing that you want to do is figure out how to deceive that, right?
Yes.
And so, if let's say he actually just has 2 lines, but
he, like, looped them.
He at some point, went to an under the table tattoo artist, and he's like, hey, listen, because he is, even with just 2 lines, he'd be strong enough to be really impressive.
Yeah.
But then it's all right, add this in here. All right, awesome. And now all the other 2 lines basically listen to what he says,
Right. And given what we've seen of him from the opening, he has some kind of doll kind of manipulation magic, which I wouldn't actually put to be as the kind of magic that in these types of stories is typically shown to be for the very strong. So I'm excited for his kind of magic specifically because what I would think it's capable of doing is he's basically then putting enough magic into these dolls that they themselves are effectively more of him.
Right.
Which every wizard knows the most powerful shit you can do is cloning yourself.
Yeah, action economy is where it's at.
Yeah, just getting you to have another you that's casting the same spell that you're casting,
That being said, Fate Zero absolutely taught us that, the way that you put a little bit of a damper on the person with overwhelming magical power is to then make them spawn an endless horde of summons for, your physical bruiser to then,
that's
fight
true.
ad nauseum.
That's a good point, yeah.
Right, without them just being immediately defeated, right? Because if he was to do
Yes.
some crazy gravity magic or whatever, I imagine Mash would actually be in trouble. You know?
Right, maybe. But I also just love it as well because it's I don't actually deal with you peons myself. I summon these things, I create these things, or I enchant these things to then go and do it for me.
Right.
Because, again, context. He's probably a first year in a magic school.
Oh, no, yeah.
Which I just find to be so funny and so dissonant with his whole, yes, you are my peons, you will bring me my gold coins.
Right, my pupils, have a different design and all that stuff and everything, but I'm also probably 16, like...
Well, I don't think that's their, because they're his pupils. That's just because they're in that house.
No, I was talking his actual, like, eyes. Like,
Like, oh, you meant literal irises and corneas and pupils.
Yeah.
I got you. Yeah, he wouldn't call them pupils.
No.
They are peons. They
subordinates, slaves, whatever he wants to call them.
Exactly. Yes, vassals.
Exactly.
He's already play acting that he's the royal.
Right. And the thing is, and this is where that part of me is torn because I love his design. The idea of this organization and this group and everything.
Organization.
Yeah, organization.
It's probably 15 years old and is like,
right.
Yes.
But I could see the world line in which I take this fully seriously and I'm like, okay, yeah, let's go. But this is Mashle.
This is Mashle.
And so
how much are we taking this seriously?
This guy's probably going to, get defeated because he's going to make the mistake of, being in the way of a cream puff, right? And then
But that could be in like 9 episodes, maybe
Sure,
maybe
yeah.
7. 8,
right, let's
you
go
know?
let's go through our tuning exams, and deal with all of that first. Yeah.
Yeah. But fun excuse to have our dark forest with just deadly scorpions in it that they're like, go just kill them,
Right.
Like,
And the idea of
Sure.
are people just going to end up killing each other for the things to then turn in for coins? Definitely.
that's exactly what happens.
Yeah.
And again, school's cool with it.
Yep.
So because we're in a world where Voldemort won, basically,
Right.
yeah, that's kind of, we don't have to have that be a plot hole. That's just a part of the school's
and I will say-
lackadaisical nature with just
Right.
killing and or in-school rivalry. And
That kind of world building is something that usually frustrates me so much
Oh,
because of
God,
how much it
it's-
doesn't work.
it doesn't work
It
at
just comes
all.
across as edgy and try hard, and it's so immersion breaking. Given that this is a comedy,
yes.
that is
don't have to
sidestepped
take
a
it
lot.
as
I don't have to
seriously.
take it as seriously, but 2. And this is probably, it is this way because it's also a comedy. The society is made to be ridiculous.
Yes.
Right? Like, that's part of the point.
Yeah.
So, go in there and, I don't know, you're probably going to kill each other or whatever. Do I get
Hey,
a
what are
sense-
you doing over there? There's
Right.
None of this
Do I get the
buffoonery.
sense that the headmaster gives 2 shits?
Nope. Bro is snorting his magical drugs or whatever.
Right,
and just
right, like-
enjoying life, just like, woo! Yeah, man.
Right. Like, so.
All good, baby.
Yeah.
So, all right, go have it out. Have a good time. Try to sidestep Mash's cream puff situation. Just let him nom in peace. Mm-hmm. I did love our new girls coming in with the. I've got the instant
yes.
just falling in love.
Anyone will
and-
fall in love with me. Whereas Mash, ace as fuck. Just
Yeah,
like,
nothing.
what? No, I didn't do that. I didn't.
Yeah. I also love the idea that she's forming some kind of magical bond.
Mm-hmm.
So because he literally has no magic, it's just actually
there's nothing to latch
There's
onto.
nothing to latch onto. So it's just
That's also fun,
It's
yeah. Mm-hmm.
just that simple, and then it's no, any other person, as long as they have some magic, it would work.
Right.
So actually, she could completely wrangle Lance.
Oh yeah.
No issue, even if Lance is not even
Well-
super attracted to her.
But I think it's pretty clearly established. The
No,
fact that
no.
the fact that they double dipped on the whole. No, I'm not a lolicon. I'm a ciscon.
He's a ciscon because he's not in love with her.
No,
well,
See, well, yeah.
it's not.
No. But the thing is, as far
Actually, that's the question then, wouldn't it be? Yeah.
I would not be surprised if her magic doesn't work on Lance. Let's just say.
All right, there you go. But all right, y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You got an early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general. Also, be sure to check out our Twitch channel. See if anything that interests you. We'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb,
I'm Jacob.
and we'll see you all next time.